Today's lesson we're going to be going over conditionals. So what conditionals are is they're basically pieces of code that will run other pieces of code when a condition is met. So first things first, let's create a variable. I'm going to name it Pokemon and set the value to Pikachu. It can be any variable with any value. It really doesn't matter. We put if Pokemon is equal to Pikachu, then what this does, this checks if the variable Pokemon is equal to the Pikachu, And if so, print hello. So if we press play and try it out, it says hello. Now something else we can do is we can do else, which this checks if the value is not equal to Pikachu. So else we print I am not Pikachu. And if we change the value to, let's just put nothing, it says I am not Pikachu. Next, we could do else if statement, which checks if the value is not equal to Pikachu, but it is instead something else. So we do else if Pokemon equals Raichu. So if it's Raichu, print I evolved. Now what this does is it simply checks if it's not Pikachu, but it's specifically Raichu and not something else. So if we put Raichu, it says I evolved. If we put Pikachu, it will print hello. And if we put something else like pizza or whatever, it will put I'm not Pikachu. And that is how if statements work. Now we're gonna move on to while statements. So let's make a new variable. Let's call it level and let's set it to 5. So while level is greater than 1, do print I am not level 1 task.wait. Now what this is doing is this is checking if this level variable is greater than 1. It will print this and it will wait and it will repeat. What while loops do is that as long as this condition is true, it will repeat. Now when using while loops, you want to make sure to use task.wait, because if not, it could potentially crash Roblox Studio. So if we press play, we'll see I am not level 1 will be continuously going and never stop. So all we have to do is level. If we do level minus equals, which just subtracts 1, you'll see it'll only go 4 times, because that is when you reach level 1. And that is how while statements work. You can use these to check for multiple conditions and they're very useful. Now one last thing, repeat. So let's make a new variable. Let's call it local stamina whatever equals 100. Repeat until, and what this does is this will repeat the code inside. So let's just print hi until stamina is less than 50. The only difference between while and repeat is that while will check if the condition is true first and then run, while repeat will run first and then check for the condition to keep on going. Now, as you can see, always make sure to put task.wait at the end, and we're just gonna put stamina minus 1. So now that we have everything ready, we press play. I am not level 1, and then it will do hi. The reason of this is because the way that programming works is it runs in order. Instead of all of this running at once, it'll first do this, it'll do the top first and the bottom. But that's all we have to do with basic conditions. Comment down below what you put or any feedback. Just comment like any questions that I might be able to answer. And that's all. I mean, have a good rest of your day. Make sure to like and subscribe, and see you next time.